Well, you know the drill. Capital letter Q for important questions or comments. And capital letter N if you are new to the broadcasting would like a little welcome.
Are we being gender fluid?
Oh no, we're just being silly.
Good morning. Here we are. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Today is Saturday, June 22nd, and it's a beautiful day. It finally rained last night. I mean, it's been drizzling, but we finally had a decent rain shower. Not a huge downpour, but, it rained long enough that, when you are sitting at a restaurant and you realize, well, I might as well order another cocktail because I'm not leaving this place anytime soon. That much. It rained that much. In Colonia Versalles, I was out and about having fun with some friends. And yes, we ordered wait until the rain goes away cocktails. And we were very happy. So, who are we going to thank for this rain? We're going to talk about that later on. But first, let us take a quick look at some of the headlines that I have for you today. Starting with this one, Mayor-elect Luis Munguia has presented his transition team. We're not going to concern ourselves with the names of these individuals as much as we're going to concern ourselves with the fact that they will focus on 6 specific areas to ensure a successful and efficient transition from the current to the incoming administration. The areas that they're going to focus on are transition, restructuring, projects, programs, constitution of the formal cabinet, and the first 100 days of government. About this last item, the first 100 days, they are commonly used in government to gauge the tenor of any incoming administration. So, I don't know if this happens in other countries, but in Mexico, critics and the public, people in general, pay a lot of attention to what happens during the first years of government of any new governor, president, mayor, and whatnot, just to get a sense as to what we can expect for the remaining of the term. In other news, a medium-sized crocodile, and by that I mean a little over 2 meters long, was captured in the Holly Beach area. He was already tagged, so it was a known crocodile. And of course, crocodile number 988 has now been relocated to the Ameca River. Apparently, authorities have been trying to fetch this one for a while, and they finally were able to do so. Yesterday, my God, I kept hearing of all kinds of tales of chaos at the Maritime terminal, with hundreds of people that were hoping to visit the Italian tall ship having to wait in line and standing up as long as 5 hours and not getting anywhere. And I'm not only talking about people that simply showed up for a chance to visit. there were many people apparently waiting in line with passes, with tickets they obtained in advance. And in the end, even those tickets were not respected. So the whole ordeal left many with a bad taste in their mouths. So I don't know who was actually responsible for organizing this, but I hope that a valuable lesson was learned, or maybe more than one. And if you were fortunate enough to get on board the vessel and took any photographs or wish to share your experience with us, feel free to write a comment about this in today's broadcast. And now let's take a quick look at the weather to see what is going on out there. Snarky Weatherman says, sorry to shit all over your parade, but okay, you're right. I'm not sorry at all. It is 28 degrees right now. Humidity is at 89%, so you can expect a humid and schwitzy day. And our weather forecast says it's going to continue to rain in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon. A chance of rain of 54%, a high temperature of 30, and a low of 26. Tomorrow, Sunday, thunderstorms in the morning with a little bit of rain in the afternoon. Oh, well, a chance of rain of 80%, so we may get more than just a little bit of rain. A high temperature of 30 and a low temperature of 25. And then we will begin the work week on Monday with thunderstorms in the morning, rain in the afternoon, rainfall around 10 millimeters. So I think that's a lot of rain. I'm not entirely sure. A high temperature of 29 and a low temperature of 26. I might as well just say this. If this is your first year in Puerto Vallarta and you're not familiar with the outcome of thunderstorms in the area, you may want to be shopping for surge protection devices for your valuable electronics at home. Those of us that have lived here long enough can tell you all kinds of horror stories of microwave ovens and television screens and computers that got fried during a thunderstorm. Don't let this happen to you. Either shop for surge protectors, and they sell them at Costco and Sam's, I'm sure, and I think at supermarkets as well. Either shop for these devices or get in the habit of unplugging your valuable electronics when you leave your house. And it rained, as I mentioned earlier, and of course, I don't know who you think when it rains. I don't know who's your favorite god that you reach out to, or goddess, but here in Mexico, I want to introduce you to the god that we thank, and that god is none other than Tlaloc. Tlaloc is a central deity in the Aztec pantheon. He was the god of rain, water, lightning, and agriculture. He was both a life-giving force and a destructive power. Tlaloc's worship includes sacrifices, sometimes of children, to ensure rainfall and agricultural fertility. He ruled Tlalocan, a paradise for those who died from water-related causes. And look at him, he makes me wet in more ways than one. Boom. Representations of Tlaloc often include googled eyes and fangs. His mythology and iconography were influenced by earlier Mesoamerican cultures, such as the Olmecs and the Maya. So, please feel free to send a note of thanks to whomever you pray to. But when it comes to rain here in Mexico, it is all about Tlaloc. And yesterday, I meant to give a shout out to a favorite restaurant, a favorite Italian restaurant, and I forgot to do it, so I'm going to do it today. I am happy to announce that Montebello in San Sebastián del Oeste is back and in business at a new location and better than ever. For the longest time, aside from enjoying the sleepy town of San Sebastián del Oeste, the only reason to go was to visit Coco and Walter's extraordinary Italian restaurant. How did a fabulous Italian restaurant find its way to the magical town of San Sebastián del Oeste, only an hour and a half away from Puerto Vallarta. Well, that's a story for another day, but let it be known that it has been legendary for many years. And then through the pandemic, the future of the restaurant became uncertain. And then the owners announced that it was closing, and suddenly they announced a few months later that they were opening again. And I've been following their Facebook page, which I will share in today's show notes. And I've been looking at their photographs of a totally new construction. And I have not had the chance to go because they just started opening for business again less than a week ago. But I cannot recommend this restaurant enough. If you've been there before, feel free to share your experiences at Coco and Walter's Montebello. And if you haven't, please know that a visit to San Sebastián del Oeste would definitely not be complete without having a meal at this delicious restaurant. And that is my love note for our nice friends Coco and Walter and their family at Montebello in San Sebastián del Oeste. Last but not least, I do want to let you know that the International Friendship Club of Puerto Vallarta is readying for their upcoming cleft palate clinic and is seeking donations to serve dozens of children who have cleft palate or cleft lip. Now, I'll be the first person to admit that I'm not very familiar with what this is all about, who benefits and whatnot, but I'm happy to announce that in our upcoming edition of the Spotlight, this coming June 26, Wednesday afternoon at 4 p.m., we will have a representative from the International Friendship Club who will fill us in on the importance of supporting this one-of-a-kind fundraising effort to improve the quality of lives of a number of children. And this is what I bring to the table today. Let me see what you are up to this morning. Purum pum pim pum. Lots of good mornings. Thank you very much for those. Purum pum pim. Let's see what else. Vicky says silly is good. Thank you very much for that. Dan, it is always good to read you. Let's see what else we have. If and when I meet Logan, will he be weirded out when I call him Muffin? And where did that cute moniker come from? The first question you may want to ask Logan directly, because ultimately he is the one that gets weirded out or not. And I don't speak for him. Where did Muffin come from? It comes from a friendship that goes back over a decade. It came from me, and it comes from the huge love that I feel for him. He is, to me, like a muffin. He's soft and cuddly and sweet and wonderful, and many would love to have a friend like him. There you have it. Let's see what else we have. Oh my goodness, can we have a show and tell to see the other Lucas? The other Lucas's white horse? Well, now that you mention it, let us just say that Claudio and Lucas, our dear friends that live in the mountains, are in the process of acquiring a horse. I don't know exactly if the deal is a done deal, Luisa, but if it is, or when it is, I'll be more than happy to take some footage, and we will do an interview of the new horse, who I understand is called Patch. I'm not entirely sure, but that's as much as I know. Let's see what else we have. Oh, speak of the devil. Muffin, How do you feel about people calling you Muffin? Feel free to answer that publicly or privately. And if you want me to not call you Muffin anymore here at Coffee and Headlines, feel free to do so, because that is a term of endearment that we have for each other, or I have for you. But I am guilty as charged for using it publicly. You may or may not like it. So do let me know, and I'm going to love you either way. Pum pum pum. Carmen loves Tlaloc. Montebello will plan a trip to San Sebastian during this summer to escape the Schwitz. Oh, totally. Absolutely. Carmen, I hope things are going well with your preparations for your Yucatan cuisine event. Break a leg, of course. Kathy is still looking for the t-shirt that says 25% stud, 75% muffin. You know, that would be Logan. Although his studliness has shifted one way and the other through the years. I love my muffin. I love my Logan. Let's see what else. Carmen says, please do interview the new horse. Absolutely. And this, I think this brings us to the end of today's Coffee and Headlines. Yes, I don't see any other comments. There is my button. Thank you so much. It's another week, and now it's time to get on with the weekend. I expect to chill and watch a lot of television, maybe go out and take some photographs. I have a delayed shipment from Amazon that hasn't showed up. Ooh, girlfriend. Logan is, oh my God, you know me. If it was an issue, I would have let you know years ago. So there you have it. Everybody, feel free to find Logan on the street and call him Muffin, or date him, or marry him, or give him money, or just hug him. He is like a big muffin. And enough about him, because I know he'll get all blushy. Have a great weekend, you guys. I'm going to chill for the most part, and I hope that I'll stay a little wet, but a little dry. And I hope to spend a lot of quality time with Luna. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I hope to see you again soon. Hopefully even Monday morning. Take care.